You too, man. Listen, man, we up early today. Um, I got a reaction video that I want to react to real quick before I go to work. See, I'm going to work right now, but look, I want to react to this real quick. So y'all know Patrick Beverly and Trae Young are kind of like they've been going back and forth. Um, I think somebody sent out a tweet about the All Star game, and Patrick Beverly said what he said about the players not playing hard, and Trae Young told Pat Bev, you know what I'm saying, like just sit back and relax and don't worry about it because you're not in the league no more. So don't worry about what we got going on. And Pat Bev went on his pod and kind of responded to Trae Young, and I guess there was some more back and forth. Pat Bev said you've been to the playoffs 3 times, and he's been there 9 times. And then you know, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like Patrick Beverly is not a winner. He's been to the playoffs, but he's never been to the finals. He has no championships in the NBA, nothing. So he's been to the playoffs more than Trae Young because he's been in the league more than Trae Young. We don't know what Trae Young is going to do going forward. Trae Young is 26 years old, I think 26, 27. Like we don't know what he's going to do going forward. So, bro, he could win a championship before you do. You know what I'm saying? Like who knows? But let's just get to the video. So this is Trae Young responding to Pat Bev.
Welcome back to another episode of From the Point by your favorite point. Let's get into it, man. Just wanted to chop it up with y'all. There's some things have been said. Obviously, a lot of people talking right now. I hate we had to come to this. The tweet I sent out a few days ago, multiple days ago, I had already forgotten about. I'm gonna explain my tweet a little bit later. But right now, I just want to talk about Pat. This isn't the way I wanted to do things. Obviously, you can tell I'm getting ready for the season. You know what it is. We call it wolfing. Getting ready for the season. Focus. I'm grinding. Um, I don't really do this podcast thing every day. Since you do, this is a special episode for you. Even got my own mic stand, everything just for you today. But for me, I wanted to just talk some facts. Actually, the whole time, that's all we're going to talk about. It's just straight facts. Let's talk about how you were a one-time first-team all-defensive player, a two-time second-team defensive player. Some accolades people can only dream of having. Not a lot of people in the NBA can even say that they've had those type of accolades. We name it
The clap is funny as shit.
facts. Those are unbelievable. Those are unbelievable achievements and things nobody can ever take away from you. You said it. You went to the playoffs 9 times. I've only been to the playoffs 3. You're right. You have 6 more playoff appearances than me. Let's bring up some more facts. You've been to one conference finals. I've been to one conference finals. What year was that for you? Just another fact. Year 9. The year I made it was year 3. Just a fact. You want to know another one? You averaged 7 points and two is. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Like I'm really not even here to talk about my numbers, but here they are. Let's get into some more facts actually. You talk about a winner. What have
Okay,
you
look,
won?
I,
Tell me.
I was just getting ready to say that. So before he bring up like the numbers, obviously Trae Young is a franchise player. Patrick Beverly has never been a franchise player. If Patrick Beverly, if he was a franchise player, I think he averaged like 35 in high school, some shit like that. Bro, if Patrick Beverly was a franchise guy, he probably would have been like been like the main scorer on the team if he was put on a team to be that. But since he wasn't able to showcase his talent because that wasn't his role. You know what I'm saying? His role was to defend the best player and get his teammates involved. Trae Young was put in a position where he was a franchise guy, so he had to score to get to where he is right now. I'm just saying.
What have you won? And don't respond with that like sympathy. I won in life. I won in basketball because you did, man. You made it to the NBA. There's very few many people that can say that. But at the same time, bro, it's levels to this shit. And I don't respond to a lot of people. There's been a lot of things said about me over the years. There's been a lot of fake things that have been reported about me and in my time in Atlanta, and I've been quiet. But you, out of all people, should really know me. Out of all people that do a lot of talking for a living should know me. Just me and you. What you did versus me, what I did versus you. Granted, when I came into the league, you were going into year 7. This is different timetables. I get it. You're a little bit later into your career. I was 19, about to be 20, going into my rookie season. Do you want to know your age going into your rookie season? You were 24, your first year in the NBA. So you're talking about uncomfortable. Man, you don't know what uncomfortable is. Not in my world. We all had different things. We all had different battles that we fight with on and off the court. Me saying that doesn't make it seem like you ain't never been through nothing. Don't get it twisted. And that's why I'm not tweeting you. I'm letting you know face to face. We talking basketball here. You don't know what it's like to be in my position. You don't.
Y'all could like talk on the phone though. I ain't gonna lie, like the internet, it's just kind of like the internet. I get it though. I'm saying like it gets shit like the views, like the numbers and all that. You know what I'm saying? And, like the ratings go up on your brand. I get it. Y'all could get on the phone for real.
What it's like to put these shoes on. You don't know what it's like, man. And
These niggas put up his Jordans.
that's why I'm here, having this conversation with you, having to clear up context with you. Because these same people that you saying were my teammates that were calling you, telling you that it ain't the Atlanta Hawks, it's the Trae Hawks. I'm sure them the same people that have my number that you could have called me and asked me to have this conversation off the camera or off social media, just like you asked Katie to do when he tried to come at you today. I wanted to take that route that Jaylen Brown took with Stephen A. Smith and tell you to state your source. State your source. You in the media field now. I don't look at you as a player. State your source. Which teammate of mine told me that it's the Trae Hawks, it ain't the Atlanta Hawks? Because I would tell you myself, I have a lot of teammates I keep in touch with. A lot that I know you know. So I want you to state your source. Because I know some guys that were my teammates that are in the media field. You can be the guy that changes this whole game. Just state your source. It's part of it. I challenge you. But wait, we got some more facts for you. And this has nothing to do with any of the guys' legacies and players that I'm about to name, because to be honest, I didn't really want to mention anybody's name in this, because this is between me and you. You play with some big time players, my guy. You talk about winning and impact winning and all these things. You've been on some teams with some big time players. How about I go through a list of these guys? LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Ant-Man, Cat. And we're not even going to talk about how we celebrate play-in wins. I win play-in games on the road, and I'm ready to get to the playoffs. You win play-in games at home, and you standing on the scores table acting like it's a championship. We celebrate wins different too. But let me get back to these guys. You've had
Mhm.
some great teammates over these years that you've only been able to make the conference finals with because your impact was that strong. One time, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Sweet Lemon Pepper Lou, and Dwight Howard. I can go on and on. Them is just the Hall of Famers that I could just pop on the list right now. Just not name some of the guys that I know may have listened to you when they was around you, but the way they act is not the way you act. Even from the young guys who are going to be future Hall of Famers. A guy who just won MVP, a guy who just won a championship. I know he looked up to you as a rookie, but you saw what happened when you left. But we don't even need to get into that. Some of them are still adding on to their legacies in the game of basketball. We talking basketball here. In one conference finals, in one conference finals to show for it, your impact for winning was very strong, huh? And this ain't no shot again to them guys because I know from being in my shoes, I know how hard it is to win in this league. I know how much luck you have to have on your side to win at a high level and go play into June, like you said, because you play in June every year, huh? You've been able to play with all these guys, and you talk about impact winning. Where was your real impact in winning? I know you were labeled as a tough defender, a great defender, and the accolades say that you were. But I promise you, anytime you was on the court with me, I was never scared of you. I was never scared of Patty Bev. I promise you. And as you can tell, Patty don't scare me now. And also, let me clarify my tweet for you, since you want to do it this way. Relax. Let us speak for ourselves. It's simply just that. Let us speak for ourselves. Some of us have different opinions than others. But if you have somebody who's a non-all-star, who's never been to the all-star game, never even had a chance, or even felt like he had a chance when he was playing in this league, say that the guys who are all-stars take the game for granted when we playing. I can't speak for every all-star that's been there. I can only speak for myself. And I just wanted to let you know that you need to relax because not every all-star that's played in the game or plays in the game wants to play the way we do or wants to see the type of performances that we've had. So when I say let us speak for ourselves, I mean just that, Patty. Let the all-stars speak about us. Let the all-stars speak about the game. Everybody has an opinion. You have an opinion, but just don't be disrespectful, especially coming from somebody who's been in the game, who's been carried by a lot of all-stars. A lot of these wins that you say you've had being a winning player in the NBA, a lot of those wins, basically every single one of those wins, you were being carried by an all-star, if not two at the same time. So for me, I just took offense that you could even come out and even say that we take the game for granted because of what you see on 2 hours on a Sunday night as a fan watching the game. I'm just disappointed as an NBA brother of yours that you would come out and say something like that. If you really know me, you really know how much I care about the game of basketball, you really know how much I'd rather see my teammates succeed than me, no matter what my numbers look like. I'm sorry the way I play the game, the way I can come off a pick and roll and find somebody to score or actually put the ball in the basket myself. The numbers generate the way they do, but I promise it's not a selfish bone in my body. But I know a lot of people was wanting me probably just to listen to that Drake song and post that bar. We all know how that goes, but I wanted to play your game because I know you wanted to react to me and say what you said about me for attention, for some subscribers, for some likes. I hope you get all the attention, all the love out of this that you wanted, all that you ever wanted. Here you go. But I promise you, this is the last time I'm talking about it. I gotta go get ready for a season. I gotta go get ready to try to win a championship. I'm going into year 8, about to be 27. You're 37, my guy. I'm going into year 8, about to be 27. I ain't even enter my prime. I'm glad you transitioned over into the media field. I wish you nothing but the best. I will forever be pro player in whatever we do. And I'm just leaving here with this. I want us as players that if we do leave the game and go into the media space, that other players that are still playing don't have this certain image of us where it looks like we just saying things or we're doing things for clickbait or for money, and it's we better than that. And I didn't want to be here to do this, but I'm giving you this as a gift for everything you meant to this game on the defensive end. But seriously though, you did mean a lot to this game, man. I got nothing but love. If you want to chat, you got some teammates that know my number. Or if you want to just keep talking about it, you can keep talking about it. I got to go get ready for the season. I got some teammates that are counting on me to be ready for the season. They know I'm going to be ready. My coaches and my staff knows I'm going to be ready. I got to go. I got to go to the gym again to make sure I'm continuing to stay ready on this grind to this season, this championship run that I'm trying to bring to Atlanta. So I ain't got time for this anymore. Jalen Johnson about to make his first All-Star appearance. Kristaps is over here now on the squad. We got Nikhil. It's about to be a season, man. Just make sure you watch. Make sure you're doing your thing. Continue to be great in the podcast field. If you need tickets to a Hawks game, let me know. Love from the point. Peace. Man, that was fun. They ain't gonna be ready when I start taking this podcast shit seriously.
Hey, did he just leave? He first of all, he just threatened y'all. He didn't threaten me. He threatened y'all. But okay, a little, a little threat before he left the stage. Uh oh, somebody's. Uh oh. Uh oh. Hey, but look. Hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Um, I gotta finish getting ready to go to work. Yeah, man. I think y'all should do what Trae did. Just have a conversation on the phone for real. And go from there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Trae Young. I think he's gonna be an all star. And with Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton being out with Achilles injuries, and the Pacers not really going because they're not making the playoffs this year. The Celtics they'll make the playoffs, but they'll be like the seventh seed, sixth seed. But the Hawks have a chance to be a top five team this year with Porzingis, and he just said Nikhil Alexander Walker getting added to the team. I think they got Luke Kennard. They got some other pieces that went on the team as well. That are going to make the team better. You got Jalen Johnson coming back, who's a two-way player. He gonna be an all-star, like he said. Yeah, man, they got pieces over there. They got pieces over there. Um, but we shall see. With Dame going back to Portland, Trae Young has an opportunity to be a top two point guard in the Eastern Conference, behind Jalen Brunson and who else is over there? I, well, I know Lamelo's over there. Yeah, yeah, Brunson, Lamelo, Trae Young, um, Darius Garland. You got some point guards over there. I'm just trying to think before. Oh my God, Cade Cunningham. No, I'm gonna be honest. I think Cade's probably the best. Cade is probably the best Eastern Conference point guard over there. No offense, Trae Young, but I think Cade is. I think it's. I think it's Cade and it's Brunson then it's you. So like you in that top three. Not gonna lie, but I think Cade's probably better than all y'all over there right now. Cade might be. Cade is going to be an MVP candidate. I think Cade gonna be. He'll be like top two MVP. He's gonna have like a shade type of year. In my opinion. But hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Trae Young, you keep being great. You keep doing you, my guy. Hopefully y'all enjoy this little back and forth. Pat Bev. He called me out again. You know what I'm saying? Calling you out again. But hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're new, man. And I'm gone. Trae Young. Best of to you in the season, my guy.